startups. What have you seen? What's interesting, and what are people asking you?
Oh, people are asking us everything. To be honest with you, a lot of people didn't realize what we're doing, and we did this last year where we started showing experiences. You know, how do you flow through the store? So we're trying to do that same thing this year. We had a lot of great things last year, a lot of cool things this year. But at the end of the day, we're not talking about the chip that's inside. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about experiences we can enable with our partners or through our partners. So we're heavily focused on payments this year because we see payment paradigms changing, different modalities for checkout. And now some of the things we've been talking about doing, we're layering services on top. So I'm excited about that. We even have robots on the other side. If you
That's
didn't
the
say
best.
it.
I mean, it's interesting because we've heard payments as, if I were to list like top 5 pain points, is one of them. And then, right, see, like, depending on whose data you looked at, right, 74% cart abandonment rate, right?
Yeah.
So you get to the checkout and you're like, oh, I have to fill all this stuff in. And then there's also sometimes just like the challenges even kind of further extending beyond that in store and online. Sure. Can you talk about specifically the areas that you're solving for, and what have you seen from customers in terms of what their pain points are around payments specifically?
Sure. I think you brought up the biggest one. It's friction, right? We don't want to stand in line anymore. Even self-checkout's an issue. So we're looking at what can we do with technology to enable different modalities. We're filming off a smart cart, which you can just throw stuff in and it figures out what you have. We have some solutions with scan and go or remote payment. So it's amazing. But when you start talking about it, they're going to try to reduce customer friction.
Right.
And then customers don't care how they pay as long as it's frictionless. The problem is certain modalities cost more to pay. Right. Let's say it's an e-com transaction or versus a card present transaction. Can we do something in between? So we're talking to the banks, the card networks, the payment processors, everything to see where we can reduce friction on that side, so that we're not hurting the merchant when they're introducing new modalities to make it better for us. We're not hurting the merchant's bottom line by doing cool things. So that's what we're doing on payments. So I think reducing friction at front of store, let people check out. We're showing a really cool demo that if you think about it, if you're doing scan and go, smart cart, anything else, you don't want to now have to stand in line after you just did that.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Right. So can you just check out from your wallet on your phone and pay any trusted device around you, right? We can authenticate the device, and that device being used as a payment acceptance device becomes different. It changes the whole paradigm of, yeah.
I mean, but I want to specifically dive into the smart cards.
Sure.
Because, right, we have, inflation higher than we've seen it in many years, especially on things that people, when they go to the grocery store, right, they use a cart, and nobody wants to get to the front of the line and not have